Hello, I'm James from James Black Hair, and I'm going to share with you some hairstyling tips and techniques. So first of all, what I've gone and done is gone all the way through the hair, putting some curl and some bend into it. And you can do this with a set, or you can do it with curling tongs or straightening irons, as shown in previous videos. Right, so now we've got your curl and your nice soft waves going all the way through the hair. Section the hair off into where you'd like your natural parting to be, and also then section ear to ear. We're now going to take a kind of horseshoe section. You can use a brush like this that's got sort of a point on the end, or a pintail comb would do as well. Now, depending on how much volume you want out of your hair, that's kind of how much sort of section of hair you want to take away, because you're going to do a little bit of backcombing. We want a fair size, because a wedding, always with a bride, always feel like you kind of want to go that little extra bit than you would do on a normal night out. So taking this section all the way around. So taking the section ear to ear all the way around. Now what you want to do is now cut through this. You're taking about 1 centimetre sections at a time. Just pin that out of the way for a second. And this we could do just a little bit of backcombing. And take your section, brush it all the way through, so no knots in there before you start. And now holding the hair upright, even slightly towards the front of that angle, and you're going to take the hair from about halfway and brush all the way down. And then repeat the process, and repeat the process. So after we've repeated that process all the way to the end of where you did the ear to ear or hot cross bun section, you leave your last section out that you're going to backcomb. Just very gently backcomb this bit. So not as much as, or as vigorous as you've been doing it, or as thorough as you've been doing it with the rest, because this last section is the smooth section, and it's going to hide all this sort of untidy backcombing that we've got going on here. So just gently now, because you don't want to comb out all that backcombing that you've done, but just really gently, and following it through with your hand, just smoothing it over like so. So just smoothing that top layer out, and just really, really gently, so you're just making sure you're not undoing all that backcombing that you've done on the underneath there, but you're just hiding it, just smoothing it over. And once you feel like you've got that kind of pretty smoothed over, and you've still got a nice shape, just always watching that shape. Quite a good idea to do this in front of a mirror, so that you kind of got a good even balance there. If you haven't got a mirror, just keep coming around the front and checking your shape. So just keep gently smoothing that over, and you follow it through with your hand. Once you sort of feel happier with that, maybe just a little bit of spray every so often as well. And then just again, just really gently just comb that spray through. And once you feel quite comfortable with the kind of shape that you're getting there, you now need to pin it in. Right, now we're coming to the sides. So, side sections, take into your hands, just really gently. You don't want to sort of destroy any of the work you've done before with the curls, so you're just going to just gently hold the hair, not tight, no tension. So I'm going to split this into two. Just take that section there. Now I'm just taking these sections, just holding quite loosely, not too tight. The same again, open your pin, and you want to feel you're pushing that into the substantial amount of hair that you pinned down before. Feel where you have the tension with the scalp running along, and push the pin along. And that's gripped nice and tight. And you're going to repeat this process with this section here. I'm pulling this over the pins that you've already pinned in. This is a good way of hiding the pins that you've previously put in. Open your pin and pushing up and along. You can feel that's nice and tight. If you're worried, put another one in. Don't want to overload it with pins, because you'll have a problem with hiding them when you come to the end. But if you've got really thick hair or really heavy hair, it's better to be safe than sorry. Now we're going to come to the last section here that we need to put up. So there's slightly more hair on this side because the parting was slightly further over. So I'm probably going to do this into 3 sections. You'll feel the amount of hair that's there. You've sort of created this little pin cushion going on through here, and just push up and under and you'll feel the tension. When you feel that tension, you know it's right just to push it up a little bit there. Now, a good way to hide these pins at the back that you might have done, and also just to make the whole style a bit more interesting. If you're wedding and you're having a veil or something like that, quite often the veil is only worn for the ceremony, so after the ceremony, the rest of the reception, you're going to have just this space is going to be open, so it'd be quite nice to make that just a little bit more interesting. It's a really easy thing to do. You pick up, really gently, pick up small sections of hair from where you've pinned up, so any little short bits that you've got here, just pick them up like so, randomly, different sizes, and just where you've curled it before, just feel where that curl is and just gently twist, really gently twist, and then pin in like so. And if when you've been putting the hair up that some of the curls have become a little bit kind of broken up, or they look a little bit disheveled, once you've put the curl in with the tongs or with your straightening irons or however you've curled it, or if you've used heated rollers, that curl is still in the hair, so it's just a question of finding it and picking it up. So I'll just, with a very, very, very light wax, just rub that in your hands, or you can use a serum, but be very careful how much you use, just to not make the hair sort of go greasy. And then just find the curl as you were doing earlier on, just pick it up really gently, just pull your hands through and the curl will appear again. And that is how to create a wedding hair updo.